for the 15th time. Hopefully, everyone's mic is muted. We're going to start this AMA now. Yeah, so Eternity Earn is a project that I've seen being built over the past couple of weeks. We've been researching it, and it's fortunate that we can bring the founding members here to do an AMA. And as you stay through this, you can say recording. We will be doing quite a few Q&As. We'll be asking the founding members a few questions about their project. We'll be looking to do a giveaway as well. There's going to be a competition as you stay here and understand and integrate. And at the end of the conversation, we will have a referral link as well for others to join up and to check out the projects themselves. But yeah, let's start it up now. So Atlas, if you want to unmute your mic and tell me how you're doing.
Well, we're doing quite fantastic. Very happy with the response from the investment community with our product, our phase one that was launched last Wednesday. A lot of our communities are really excited. They've been compounding their earnings and rewards from deposits, as well as compounds from the people that they've been bringing onto the project. And tomorrow is the seventh day, according to our 6-2-1 strategy that we'll get into a little bit later. But there's quite a buzz going on over there. And we welcome those that don't know about the Eternity Miner to stick around with us today, learn a little bit about it. And if someone brought you here through a referral or just wants you to learn about the project, make sure you get in contact with them. You sign up under them. We're working as teams as we get ready for the launch of our phase two, which we'll get into as well. But Z has been quite fantastic. The response, we reached 1,000 members in our Telegram group last night.
Wow.
Completely organic, not a dollar has been spent on marketing, as our main marketing component is our community. It's our investors. This is a peer-to-peer invite referral system that's sustaining and making everyone grow as we unite as a community of investors, all following a strategy, all understanding what the power of compounding and true DeFi passive income really means. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for having us here. Thank you for your community for inviting us. And thanks for those other communities that have come to join us to learn. And everyone from Eternity that's here, thanks for your support as well.
Awesome. Let's get started, man. Like let's the first thing if you can see the screen here, I'm looking at is this the white paper for Eternity Earn, and it's a pretty brief one but very straightforward. Like it explains simple concepts here. So here I can see that the first question is what is Eternity Earn? So I'll read this out and then maybe you can expand on this a little bit. So what is Eternity Earn? A decentralized Crow miner reward pool dApp built on the Cronos network that offers users the chance to access financial freedom with its simplicity. Enjoy while you see your Crow tokens grow every day. Stake your Crow and receive up to 8% daily 8%, wow, daily return, and reinvest it even to earn more. So Atlas, let's start there and tell us about the concept in Eternity Earn and how we started off building it.
Well, miners have actually been around for quite a while, and they pose a great advantage right off the bat with a high APR. And we're very clear to inform everyone that it is up to 8%. It is not a stable 8% because the system is built to reward those investors that go into claiming their rewards as they build up by the second. Okay, this is a system that you come into and deposit into the actual pool. And when you do that, you're receiving eons, and the eons are working for you. Okay, we take your Crow, you deposit it in there, and they start to earn for you on a second by second basis. So as you compound and it starts to build up, you're grabbing your rewards and you're throwing them back in. You're pretty much reinvesting your earnings over and over again. You can do it once a day, 3 times a day, depending on really what amount you have invested, how much you're earning. Because one of the components here that's really attractive to bringing others to the project and to the investment is that as soon as they get your invite link, they are able to come inside and you receive 12% of their deposit. Now, with that said, the buddy, let's say that you brought in, that you referred over, that used your invite link, he won't be charged at 12%. There is a 5% fee in and there's a 5% fee out. And that's what they'll see. If they bring 100 Crow into the deposit, they'll see 95 Crow because the 5% will go to the Grand Reserve. We'll get into the details of that a little bit later. But you're seeing a system that you're constantly receiving rewards from those deposits of 12%. You're also, when they compound each day, as we instruct everyone to do here, compound for 6 days, claim on 1 day for the most optimal system and to stay close as possible to the 8% daily. The system is very balanced. If there's any investors that come to the pool and they want to drain it, they want to keep claiming and claiming and claiming those rewards, automatically the contract is built to punish those by lowering their APR, their returns. That 8% goes to 7 to 6 to 5, all the way down to even below 1%. So it's quite fantastic system because you're seeing instant karma happen. Those that see the investment for their long term, that have ever played with a calculator of compounding, you can see how by compounding you're growing your investment exponentially. So that's one of the great things about this system. That's what we talk about, the 6-to-1 strategy. 6 days to compound, 1 day a week. It's like a paycheck. Okay, you're getting that up to 8%. And as you play that system fairly quickly, you're able to take back your initial investment. Okay, we encourage folks to treat this as a passive income, collect your rewards, and then you're pretty much letting the rest ride and giving you that high percentage as it continues to compound over and over and over again. It's a really wonderful system. I hope that gives you like kind of the overall view there of what it is, how the system is able to support itself and how we're each able to bring others to also take advantage and get these incredible earnings.
Awesome. So the first thing I want to ask Atlas, so straight away you're telling us that there's a strategy that individuals that basically sign up to Eternity Earn, they should compound for 6 days and give themselves a payment, or let's say a claim on the 7th day. So 6-to-1 is the ratio. Is that one of the strategies that you sort of offer? Or do you think there's other ways of doing this?
Great question, Z. We push the narrative of this strategy because we've been able to calculate that this is the most optimal investment strategy for you to be able to get those initials back fairly quickly, at the same time staying in the good graces of the smart contract and how everything is calculated mathematically to reward those that are claiming and staying longer. So if you want to do the strategy 6-to-1, you're going to be optimal. If you're going to claim more than 1 day a week, you're going to drop down into APR. You're going to drop down in your rewards. Your compounds will still, go work in the same fashion. And anyone that deposits under you, you're still going to get that 12%. That doesn't change. Mm-hmm. It's just the amount of actual Crow that you're converting to the Eon and having that work for you. There's a lot of investors that have been in other miners that have joined our community. They understand, especially in the beginning, that it's wise to not compound for a couple of weeks even. As the other folks who claim, they're pretty much dropping down a bit in their daily return. Mm-hmm. The ones that pretty much hold on, diamond hand, and just claim for a couple of weeks, they move up in the hierarchy of the rewards in the pool. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. But what I want to do is I want to read this FAQ here real quick and then ask you some questions here. So does it have an anti-will mechanism? That's the question. The contract has an inbuilt anti-will mechanism. This works as follow. User 1 compounds 6-to-1, gets highest daily percentage in that 24-hour period. User 2 does 5-to-2. So for 5 days he compounds and he claims for 2 days, gets a lower percentage. User 3 does a 4-to-3, right? So 4 days compound, 3 days claim gets lower percentage again. This happens all the way until the user who claims continually rewards will drop to 0.5%. So straight away you're trying to impact the people that sort of pump and dump in BSC and stuff, right? This is what I'm kind of seeing here. And this is
Yeah, absolutely, Z. Absolutely. That's the beauty of this. I don't know how many times as an investor, the folks that are here with us today, but I can tell you, in my personal and investment career, I've been getting into projects, pretty aggressively. Having a lot of faith in the team, having a lot of faith in what the utility behind the project is. I purchase a token, or again in as early as possible, right, and try to avoid the bots. We know all the hurdles that we have to go through, but we're faced with an unfortunate reality that keeps coming true over and over again, where you have one of the pre-sale or the white list investors completely just drain the liquidity by taking a sell position and dumping on all of us, and that has been something that, at least personally for me, has been painful, and those type of losses are something that really affect the psychology, your hopes and dreams of actually getting a good win. We've taken a lot of losses in the past year with leverage trading, but also in these type of tokens. So what this system does is balance it out in the sense that we can go to sleep. We are not looking at a chart, because there is no chart. There are no token that's being sold here. All right, you're joining a pool. You're staking, and you're receiving that reward. You're receiving that up to 8%, where you can go walk your dog. You can enjoy time with your family. You can do so many other things with your time, while your crypto is actually earning for you. That's the beauty of this. The protection of the anti-whale is for that guy that's going to come in. He's not going to understand the investment, and he's going to try to take advantage of us. He's going to try to dump on us. The system won't let that happen, because every time he hits that claim button, it's going to actually punish him, bring his percentage down. He's going to go down the food chain to the bottom below 1%. So we're being protected by the way the contract is made. That's the beauty of this, phase one Eternity miner system, and the advantages that it really gives us to have peace of mind as we invest, and not have to be constantly worried that we're going to be looking at a chart all day, stressed out, trying to buy the dip, and then getting dumped on over and over again. And that's something that I personally have quite enjoyed, and seen a lot of our friends and people we've met along the way in investing come to a system like this to get that true passive income. They're already telling us, look, this is fantastic. I'm earning all these rewards. I understand the 6-to-1 system. I know that if I have the patience and I sacrifice now, I'm going to have so much more tomorrow. And I want to take that to my friends and family and other people. So that's really, to me, the best part about this. You have that safety mechanism to not allow others to come and abuse our good faith and wanting to really be in a long-term project position.
Right. Now that's awesome. So Flank Nodger, is that the username? Yeah, Flank Nodger asked a question here. And Crypto Boys already answered it, but we'll ask the question again to you, Atlas. So he goes, question for AMA. What if we don't claim and just keep compounding? Will that hurt our investment in the long run?
Absolutely not. That's actually the way to earn your way up the pool and to stay as high and close to 8%. Because as others claim, their position drops. As they start to claim again after that one withdrawal, they will go back to the optimal healthy position. They're in good graces as far as the smart contract and the LTV goes. It's those guys that, like I was saying, who hit the claim button and they try to drain the liquidity, they're getting punished. Those guys that sit and just compound for days and weeks, they can go up really high. I've done a lot of research on other miners, and I've seen the little guy actually become a whale very quickly in the system by just playing exactly what he's talking about, not claiming, and just compound as much as he can, earn from those referrals of other people's you bring. You do not have to put a lot of money into this to make a lot of money. And if you can bring referrals, you'd be surprised how some people can actually grow quite exponentially pretty fast.
Amazing.
So we encourage, again, folks to take their profits at the same time. If you want to be optimal, you don't have, let's say, financial necessities to pay yourself once a week, and you understand that by compounding, you're doing yourself a better service on the long run to grow a lot bigger, then we welcome you to follow that strategy. It's actually quite smart.
Amazing. So as you sort of talked there about not the platform, but you talk about the community, right? The community is always core to any project, any environment, any sort of like mainnet. So on that sort of purpose, I want to ask you, how would you have the community here participate in this in the longevity of the project and the sustainability of it?
Well, I think that it's already very clear to the investors that have come in that our number one strategy here is education. If you understand how the system works, how it rewards those that claim and have the patience to see the investment grow for long term, they're going to be highly rewarded. And if they're going to claim, they're going to be punished, and they're going to have lower earnings. That is the main key, Z. That everyone that comes in here understands it. I'm going to let Steve H expand on that a little bit later when you have some questions about the marketing. But see, that's one of the components here. We're not going for the standard marketing components because we want everyone before they enter to learn. The miner is quite simple to understand. But if you don't know the 6-to-1 strategy and you think that you just deposit and you claim, we're going to have a bunch of investors saying, hey, I put $1,000. I have been sitting there claiming, and I'm only getting $10 a day. What happened? I thought it was up to 8%. That's something that we don't want to happen to anyone. So the community is been entrusted to first, before becoming an investor, to learn by a buddy or someone that brought him in, or coming to our Telegram and asking our moderators, asking other investors. And we're very happy with the environment, the vibe over there. It's harmonious. Education is the name of the game. And we're answering all the questions that folks have before they come and invest. And see, once they become an investor, they understand the strategy, it's easy for them to go and bring a friend or a couple of friends. You have the 6 degrees of separation theory, right? Everyone knows 6 people, and each one of those people knows another 6 people, and so forth. And that's how this really expands. This is how it grows. You're going to have some people that are very, very, very good marketers. There's guys doing YouTubes that have made a lot of money in these miners. Obviously, the more referrals and the more people you bring in, the faster you're going to grow, the more you're going to be claiming. That's also a part of our phase 2 that we'll talk about later. But that's really the growth and how we're going to keep going. The community, being educated, recruiting others who are recruiting others, always with the education and the strategy to get the optimal investment, is really what's going to be the winning key to this.
Amazing. So as you see, Crypto Cobras is a community in itself, right? And what I want to do is I want to give them a sort of strategy. So I would say a 6-day compound and 1-day claim day, so we can make like a Monday or a Tuesday, a day where we all claim together. Or I could go in and say, guys, let's do the 3-week compound strategy. Who's in for that? So these are sort of things I'm looking into, like little objectives to work with my own community. And maybe people who basically stay on Crypto Cobras can follow us and be part of, like, let's say Claim Monday or 3-week challenge Tuesday. So I got to think creatively about this, because my community here are diamond hands. Crypto Cobras is always known to get into seed rounds, get into all those pumps. So why do we get the pumps? Because we compound on time. We take profits at the top. We buy the bottoms and we hold. We're diamond hands. So I hope I'm able to do the same thing with my community and give back. So further question. I'm sure in this crowd of people, there's developers out there. How would you have them sort of come to you, Atlas? Would you welcome them for ideas? If any of them have any ideas for you?
Well, look, absolutely. One of the things that we want to do is to educate other developers as well as investors into trying to revolutionize the way that whitelists and pre-sales are really happening in our space. For me personally, as an investor, and I think a lot of you may be able to relate, I've gone into a project and handed over my funds, transferred my crypto to a wallet for a whitelist or a pre-sale, and a lot of times just been disappointed with the amount of time that developers are taking, whether it's a game or NFT or whatever type of project that I might be into. And we believe that with this type of system of having a miner, I mean, we're using our miner to fund liquidity directly to our main token project, our phase 2. And we're hoping that people notice that. We're hoping that people see this as a revolutionary way to actually create liquidity for your main project. As our investors learn that, and as other developers see that, we really sincerely hope that they, in a sense, are inspired and are able to copy the system in a sense and create miners to add the liquidity, because now my investment dollars as an investor are parked into the project, but I'm getting a high return on a daily basis. So as long as they let them take their time, let them do their project correctly. I want to support them, I want to fund them, but my crypto has a value. My crypto needs to work for me. My crypto is better in my pocket than in some developer's pocket who's not actually giving me a return. So that is something that we believe we're gonna definitely push, and we're gonna help other good developers find a new way to eliminate the whole whitelist and pre-sale aspect. You would join it by coming to a miner situation, and that's just going to help everyone through the whole investment community to value their crypto, and developers find a system that's going to help them to support the project at the same time taking care of those investors. So that's a really interesting question, and thank you for asking that.
No worries. I'm gonna take some questions from the crowd because I'm getting a lot of DMs right now. So let's go through some questions.
Bring it.
Let's go. So questions for AMA. What are you guys doing in order to sustain the rewards other than simply hoping that new investors keep coming? Interesting question.
Well, yeah, thank you for the question. Look, the way that this is set up to work is, of course, through spreading the project and bringing more folks to take advantage of it. That let's not fool ourselves. That's extremely important, especially on the miner system. The phase 2 is a lower percentage, is a 2% per day. It's an upgrade to drip that we're launching. That is a more sustainable ecosystem. And what we're doing to keep it sustainable is we're really having 2 investment vehicles, the miner and the drip clone with the upgrade. And they're both going to be generating taxes, and they're both going to be cross-linked into each other so that we're able to balance the liquidity pools on both sides to make it long-term and make it sustainable. So one system's feeding the other, and the secondary system's feeding the primary system to create that balance. We're also going to be expanding our miners on a cross-chain basis to other chains to offer those investors the opportunity to come into these miners, and all of that liquidity will be going to our primary token of our phase 2. So we've pretty much built like a two-headed beast dragon here, both creating liquidity, both creating a high amount of rewards with 2 different variables on the reward system and also on the actual return on investment on a daily basis. I hope that answers your question.
Perfect. I think that does answer the question. So that was from Wolseley. Wolseley, really good question. The next question I'm going to choose out is Oscar Barba. Oscar Barba, welcome. So Oscar Barba says, maybe 40 million TVO before end of year, 40 million market cap end of the year, and a based team. I think the team is the most important piece. I believe teams are really crucial to the creativity of the project. Atlas, what's your opinion on the team? How do you find your team? Do you find them to be enthusiastic every day? Full of ideas? Tell us about your team.
Well, it takes a lot more than enthusiasm to do something in a professional manner. First of all, it starts with the quality of the people, the integrity, their work ethic, and what the shared vision of a team is. That's something that is like the foundation of any project. Ideas are wonderful. Everyone has one, but it takes an experienced team to actually be able to bring them to light, to take the time to do things right. There's been a slew of copycat drip clones and miner clones, which pretty much they've all failed, to be quite honest with you. If we know, we've done the research, we've seen why. We have taken our time to come out with this product. We have taken our contracts, updated them, built them from scratch to make sure that we're not going to fall in. Hello?
Ignore that. Don't worry about it. Carry on.
Okay. So it's really about the work ethic of the team and the experience as well. We've brought on a team from Singapore that has over 5 years of deploying contracts, solidity contracts, with hundreds of contracts under their belt. The security here was very important to us, especially with the exploits that we've seen lately with minting functions and with the farming pools. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not here to point any fingers at anyone, but that's one of the main reasons too that we have brought the miner into play. Over at Drip, they have a reservoir and then the animal farm and all that, and there's been vulnerabilities that have happened to a lot of projects lately. So the miner doesn't have that. Okay, it's an immutable contract. We cannot take or drain the liquidity any day. We actually did some beta testing on mainnet with about $500 worth of Crow, and after beta testing, we couldn't even pull it out. The only way you could take it out is by claiming, and the more you claim and hit the button, you're getting punished. You're going to be for forever and a day claiming below 1% to be able to pull that $500 out. So that's the beauty of it, the safety component, and these are all ideas that have come from the team, but the work that has gone behind it is really what's amazing. Gordy, our graphic designer, has been such a big component, because one of the reasons that I did the project was because everyone else on the team accepted my vision. I said, I'm not going to make something that looks like a pig flying, or some kind of design that just looks like for children. Or not done in a professional way is really what I'm trying to say. I'm a business person from the real world. I've had success in a lot of corporate style projects and AMAs, and I'm not going to do something that I can't take to my lawyer, to my dentist, to my great neighbor, and be proud of. And I think we showed you, Z, some of the actual, like we had some teaser images.
Am I allowed to show?
That we shared.
Can I share them?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we shared that in our community.
Okay, there we go.
We're coming at this from a completely different angle. It has to look professional, user interface, large numbers that I don't have to squint to look at. There's no flying pigs. There's no dinosaurs wearing polka dot bikinis. We're going for real investors, not just a small community that we're starting with. What you're looking at here, guys, is going to be turned into an app that maybe a truck driver, maybe a nurse, somebody's going to be able to download this, at the App Store or the Play Store, and this beautiful, easy to use interface. They just want to get their passive income. They don't want to get to MetaMask. They don't want to have to, download the crypto.com wallet or DeFi wallet. They're not as advanced as we are. We want to take this to the masses. We want not a 14 million LTV. We want, a 40 million. We want to really bring this product to a lot of folks that would really appreciate something like this. And that's part of the vision that we have here, to make it simple, make it looking very clean, very professional. And you just wake up and you compound. You could have your children compound for you if they want an ice cream. However way you want to play the game and grow your investment. There's very creative ways to do it, but having the tools for people to come in and do this. We all enjoy it. The people that are already invested here understand it. So let's build something that anyone can relate to, that you look at it and you're like, wow, this doesn't look like a scam. This actually looks like it's done by a professional, which is Gordy. So that's another, to the last question, that's another reason how our plan here is growth. And growth is going out to people by making it simple, by educating them on a simple 6-to-1, or if we, have the phase 2, our upgraded 2.0 drip upgrade, they're going to understand that they'll be able to earn 15 levels of rewards. Some people in drip are waking up and they're seeing $30,000 in their wallet they didn't have the day before. Okay. It's powerful. It's working. We're combining the two systems to make a better one. We're creating these upgrades. For example, see, in our phase 2 drip 2.0 upgrade, we don't have the secondary token. So now you've understood that we've taken away the reservoir, the farming pool, and we've created the miner to create the liquidity. And then the second part is with the brief token, it would cost you $296,000 today to be able to qualify for those rewards that are coming upstream from people claiming under you, up to 15 levels down and in a limited amount across. We've got a consultant working with us who has over 10,000 people in his drip. And he's been an advisor and given to the team the ideas of how to make it better, how to make it fairer for the folks that come here 6 months from now, a year from now. And instead of having that secondary token that's so expensive, you only have to purchase our native token. For example, the first level is $100. The second level of your rewards is $300. They buy the native token, they deposit it, and now they've been activated into those levels. As you grow, as you get more referrals, as you get more people actually compounding and having those rewards trickle up, you're going to purchase those levels only as you need them. You don't have to buy them today or the first day. You only buy them when you need them, and it's always going to be exactly the same price. It'll never change. That's one of the issues I find with these other systems. They've been successful, they're great, but people don't want to come in because they feel they got left out. They feel that if you weren't the first people, you're not going to make money. That's not the case here. We've built everything so that if you're in Indonesia in a hut and you hear about our products, you're going to say, hey, I have the same advantage to get that up to 8%, or I have the same advantage to get that 2% a day into the drip. And if I want to have 10 levels down, I'll buy them when I need them because I'm growing with the system, and it's always going to be the same price for everyone. I hope that gave you a little more information there, Z.
I think that more than answered the question. We saw the development, the sort of longevity of the project, and the different idea storms. And you mentioned Drip Network there. So we'll get to Drip Network. I do have a question for that, but before that, let's go to the crowd. There's a few questions. If you're able to see my screen, this one's a bit long, Atlas, so I'm going to read this out to you. It's from Mr. Crypto himself, right? So he questions, sure, so I am new to the project and been compounding since the 22nd. My question is other than referrals, are there any other ways to better my percentage of growth? Also, I find that when trying to educate others on the project to have them jump on it is always the same struggle with access to buy, swap, crow. Do you have any plans to make this process easier within your platform? So summarizing, are you going to create tutorials to make it easier for folks like Mr. Crypto himself to educate his audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're just on our 6th day of putting the miner out and still working on the development of the second one. And a part of our growth is, and that's what I'm going to have Steve touch on, it's really having the tools to be able to explain to others that you're bringing in how it works, especially when we get into the phase 2, which is a lot more complex, how the rewards work, how the airdrops going down also work. Having those materials is going to simplify everybody's life, especially when it comes to getting, into the Chrono chain. Not a lot of folks know how to do that. I have friends from, let's call it the real world, that when I've taught them how to use MetaMask, I've regretted it later because they call me 20 times a day for any transaction. And it takes a little while for people to learn. So by having those materials, I know there's one that's, it hasn't been released yet, but it's going to drop today, where it's exactly dealing with that. It's showing you how to go and do the swap and get onto the Cronos chain and how to invest into the project. That's very beneficial because anyone can just pause the video, right? And follow step by step. And as they go, they play and pause until they complete the setup for them to be able to interact with the contract and do their compounding. And then we're working on another video, I don't know if that's for today, where it's explaining kind of the ecosystem, the 6-to-1 strategy for your most optimized returns. So that's definitely being worked on, and I believe that it'll help a lot of our community. Not everyone has the time to sit with somebody and walk them through the process. I've had to do it many times. I think some of you, being in this, you've done it with friends yourself, and you do it out of love. You do it out of wanting to help someone get a good investment. But at the same time, it's up to us to also create those tools that you can send them over. One of the great things on the first day of launch, SK Crypto, who's, like I said, one of our advisors, and has over 10,000 people over in Drip. He made an incredible video reviewing our product and what it does and what the expected returns will look like according to how the LTV and everything balances out. He's a wonderful person, been a great support. That's a tool that I've given to a lot of people. Our investors have given it to friends. So we're working on creating all this. Okay, we're working on giving people those tools because they're very necessary in order for the growth to really come in to the level that we expect, to the level that we're trying to reach by our goals in our work here. To answer the part about how to growify the referrals, listen, following the 6-to-1 is going to give you that return on investment quickly, and also the compounding for your long-term gains. If you want to, speed it up, you would do less claiming and you would do more compounding, or even avoiding doing any claiming for a couple of weeks, and you'll see a huge difference, obviously. But that's the way that this is set up. We believe that it's more than enough to really grow. The math is law. Numbers don't lie, and if you look at a compounding calculator and you do the numbers, you'll see what you'll get if you sacrifice and you wait and you play your strategy. You do not have to bring referrals to do incredibly well here. You can earn up to 8% with zero referrals. So we believe there's plenty of features and options for anyone to have a great investment in here.
Awesome, Atlas. I know I'm asking you many questions, but I have just 2 more, and then we can get into more technical things. If you don't mind, just one more question from the crowd. A Malik asked the question, on a rough scale, how long will it take to get your initials back through the rewards? Atlas, you there? I think...
yes, I'm here.
Go for it.
Yes, I'm here with you.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shall I repeat the question?
Yes, there isn't an exact answer, because you have to take into account the various factors. First of all, starting on how many times you compound and how many times you claim. How many times per day? Is it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times per day? Is it once per day? That's a component. Are you bringing referrals? How many people have you brought in? How many of those people are actually following the same system, or 6-to-1, or going further to a 14 day no claim and a 1 day claim, or a full month, say 29, 30 days without claiming and then 1 claim? It is hard to really gauge, according of how you act, how you interact, and quite honestly, how the rest of the community of investors also interact. That's why it's so important that everyone understands really how the investment works. Because if we all play the same strategy and we don't really drop below the 6-to-1, mathematically, it's very clear that as folks come in and follow that, there's going to be great growth. to come for the future. So our only weakness is our community. Our only weakness is our own investors. Whether they understand, if they buy in to how this works, they're going to do extremely well, and we will all do extremely well. If folks come in and they don't get the investment, they don't really understand it, they're not going to be able to maximize, and then they're going to be kind of a liquidity drain on us. We don't want people here that don't understand it. We want people here that get it, so we can all grow together. I hope that answers your question, sir.
Amazing. So it depends on you and how you impact its thing. So if you compound consistently, then you should make it quickly. If you have referrals, you make it even quicker. Awesome. Thank you for that, Atlas. That sort of explained things. If you can see, Atlas, like some of these, we're creating the 6-to-1 gang here. Culver's.
You got some competitors. There's some 14-to-1 gangs out there I've already heard about, but look, that's optimal. You guys are gonna kill it with that. That's you're getting your initials back, and you're compounding, and you're growing. I mean, it's a really fantastic formula. It's our preferred formula because we like people to pay themselves.
Awesome, man. 6-to-1 gang, man. Let's go. Cool. Thank you, guys. I think those questions I've answered like all sorts of you can say levels of the project. Like you can from the design and development to the team to the right strategies and how to get into it. One question I'd like to question and answer at the same time, Atlas, with you and show a demonstration is how to get like tokens onto Cronos chain, right? Because a lot of people buy their Crow on crypto.com and they have a struggle to transfer it onto Cronos chain. So can we give the ElkNet example, or are you gonna have a video explaining that? I think Atlas's microphone.
I'm here with you guys.
You here?
I could touch on that as well.
No worries,
Steve. Perfect.
So Steve, if Steve can help me on this one, this little technical bit. So a lot of people here have not used Cronos chain before, right, Steve? So how would you move, like you can say, if you're on Binance Smart Chain, for example, how would a person from Binance Smart Chain buy Crow tokens?
Okay, yeah, great. And actually, it's funny you mentioned a video. We've been working on it today, and we're gonna have a really nice video coming out here. I believe this evening, or also it could be tomorrow morning, depending on how much editing we have to do. But yeah, you're actually on the site there. That makes it very easy. If you have Ethereum, you do have to transfer the Ethereum to somewhere where you can convert it to BNB. Because with Elk here, I don't believe that you can do that. However, once you have BNB or a couple of the other listed chains that you have on the screen, then what you're going to do is you're going to buy Elk on the BNB chain. And once you have the Elk, yep, you're kind of guiding through it there. That's perfect. So once you buy it, you're going to go over to the left, and you are going to click on ElkNet.
ElkNet. Okay.
Yep. And then you are going to basically swap your Elk for Crow. You have to approve it first. So this one would be on the BNB chain. You swap it, and once that's done, then you switch over to the Crow chain up at the top.
Up at the top, sorry, I'm being okay, so here, right? You click here, click Cronos.
Yep, and then you click Cronos, correct?
Okay, and then you click the swap for button.
You got it.
Okay,
and
awesome.
And you would process the transaction. We've had some people, for me, it went through in about 5 seconds. Other people have had to wait 30 seconds, a minute. So, it just kind of depends on the network traffic and how bogged down it is.
Okay, let's see how, I've done one test transaction. But once it's sort of, let's say this goes through, it takes under a few minutes and this happens, right? Transferring 13 elks. So that's coming up there. So it processes there. It took me a little longer. It took me about 3 to 4 minutes, but yeah, it transferred over. And now I have the elk on Cronos chain, right? Now,
yep, correct.
So what's the next step from here?
So the next step is you're going to go up top and switch over to the Cronos chain right in the middle. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
And then you're going to convert your Cronos chain ELK to Crow. There you go.
Right. So it hasn't transferred yet, but it would show up here, and then I could swap it into Crow.
Correct. Yep, right to Crow, and then you send that out wherever you want it to go.
Beautiful.
And we will have a instructional video on this for the community. We're also going to be giving them advice, tips, templates of messages they can use to onboard people and also to educate them. As Atlas mentioned before, education, that's really probably in my mind one of the most important part of this ecosystem, between the phase 1 and phase 2. We're also trying to make sure they have the tools at their hands. Right now we have the basic DApp. However, the upcoming DApp and website that's going to be released with phase 2 will be for both sides. So it would be for the miner phase 1 and for the upcoming token. And I got to say that upcoming website and DApp, it's much more advanced. It's much easier to use, more seamless. And to me, it looks like Bank of America built it.
Beautiful.
But this is a great way to do it. I've used it several times and haven't had any issues, haven't heard of any issues. So I think that's going to be the easiest way and the quickest way for the most part.
Amazing, Steve. So Steve, if you saw there whilst you were speaking, I was able to basically swap elk for crow and move that over here. So now I have 62 crows. Now, do you want to help me with further technicals? Like once you're in the environment? So let me go into the environment now. Let me refresh. I connect my MetaMask there. Guys, there are going to be tutorial videos, but I think it's nice that I go through this now. And then here I can basically deposit in compound, right? I can deposit my crow here. So the 62 crows.
Deposit right there.
Right. So we'll do an example deposit, right? We'll choose 30 crows, right? So I deposit 30 crows here. Just give me a second. Confirm. All right, so I like the design. I like the UI of your project. It's very plain and simple. It's nothing complex. It seems to be straightforward, right, Steve? It's not complicated as other projects are. I've been through mining protocols. I've had a horrible time compounding on them.
Yeah. Well, this one is, in my opinion, pretty basic. And this is for the miner itself for now. However, when we are launching phase 2, that website will be, it will be a little more technical. It'll give people more options to see different analysis, technical stats. But it is, I wouldn't say too close to this design, but it has the same theme. But it's a very nice design. I think you guys are going to love it.
Nice. Very, very nice. So that's me depositing, and then as we start to accumulate, I can compound, right? So if you saw there, I had about 280 there, and I deposited some. So I basically compounded all of that and put it back into the mainnet, and now we have 26,000 aeons. So did I do things correctly, Steve? Or did I make a mistake?
And when you deposit, that will go ahead and take your compound and put it in with it. However, if you're just coming into compound, you'll just click the green compound button right below where your mouse is. Yep. And that'll do it, but it looks like you won't cover the gas with that one.
Yeah, they're just too tiny. I had 200 before, but I hope that kind of helps.
Hey, not bad. 0.27 crow in about 15 seconds on
Come on, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. I'm hyped. So yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for that, Steve. I hope that people found that fruitful and educational, because that's what Cryptoverse is about. And we were able to deposit and compound and also move from BSC onto Cronos. And we can use this as a tutorial itself if anyone needs to refer this video. This will be on YouTube in the next few hours. So yeah, I think that sort of explains things quite decently. So Steve, where should we take it from here? We've answered all the questions. We've compounded, we've deposited, we've converted and bridged over tokens.
Right. Well, you know, just like Atlas said before, now you go walk the dog and have a nice dinner with the family.
Brilliant. So I'm gonna go play golf now.
That's it. And you'll be making money while playing.
Amazing, amazing. Very, very simple. So yeah. So now Atlas, if I can ask the question, what makes Eternity different from Drip? Give me 3 points, 3 brief points, please.
Well, the first point is the longevity aspect. The second would be the fairness, and the third would be that we've combined it with a very different form of bringing liquidity, which I actually would ask you to take a second to step back and realize that you have just created for your Discord server a way to generate revenue. To keep the lights on, you know, to be able to expand your group and do any marketing to expand your Discord server, because now you have a link that you're able to provide to your community, that you're able to promote on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, and I hope that you understand that getting into the system, the referral has created for you a revenue stream, a passive revenue stream that all of your members can actually take advantage of to, you know, receive their rewards. But also that's something that's going to benefit your community and yourselves. I know you have a Cobra DAO over there. And we hope that other lounges and other Discord groups also come and share with us and bring their communities to us, because it's a no-brainer. They're really creating revenue for everyone involved. So, you know, to touch a little bit on the longevity, by eliminating the secondary token that they use and having a stable buy-in into the different levels of rewards, we're eliminating I would say, the shortcomings and the fears of new investors coming into the ecosystem, you know, on a long-term basis, you know, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years down the line. It's a fair playing field for everyone that comes and gets involved. Okay.
Amazing.
That leads me to the fairness of it. As a second point, look, it's fair for those that come after. You don't have to be the first to be able to grow a huge syndicate under it. You know, they call it teams over there. We call it syndicates. You know, once you have 5 people under you, you become a syndicate leader, and you're able to receive those rewards coming up, and you're also able to airdrop. So those are the two main features. And then the third is the innovation of bringing not just, you know, one investment product, but two, and they're balancing each other out. I hope that didn't take too long.
Awesome. A few more questions. I know it's been a busy day for you, and we've passed the hour mark, but I have a few more. Atlas, just one more. So Simon here asks, are you launching through this time of uncertainty with BTC to catch the bull run, or to provide longevity during the bear market? Interesting.
Well, it actually doesn't matter. We're here for our daily APR and our return on investment. Regardless of what the market is doing, we're generating. We're not pegged to any of the majors or really anyone else. We have our own system that we're going in with Crow, and that's one of the great advantages. I truly personally believe, and a lot of the team also agrees, that we prefer, and we believe our investors prefer, to be earning Crow between 40 and 41 cents, which we believe is going to be the next BSE. We believe it's going to take it over their market share. They have $1 billion marketing budget over there at crypto.com. LeBron James, I mean, you know, when you're paying $700 million for putting your name on a basketball stadium, you're going to catch a lot of attention. And I don't think there's anyone in the crypto business that's doing marketing at a better pace, at a more professional level. They're putting their money where it belongs, which is going out there and getting their product in front of other folks. So we want to be a part of that. They've got a lot of great advantages. for projects like ourselves that are coming in. There's a huge multi-million-dollar fund, I believe at $500 million dollars right now, that they use to promote the projects. We've looked at the list. I've got them printed here on my wall, and I've put a target on every one of those projects. We believe that we're really going to move up the ranks, and our goal is to be the number one project on the Cronos chain. There is not really a lot of competition, especially when it comes with a project like this. One of our next steps in the near future is to get listed so that folks will be able to purchase our token on the crypto.com wallet and system, and then come on over to our D app and enter into the Grand Reserve and start earning their 2%, or come on over to the Eternity miner and earn up to 8% a day. So look, we're very sure of what we're doing here. We've analyzed it, we studied it. There's no better place to be. The growth here when you're earning in Crow is going to be really fantastic. So to answer your question, Simon, we're not looking on the other side. We're looking here at just really making our crypto grow. And I think a lot of folks that are sitting. I mean, I love Cardano. I love Charles Hopkins. I think they're great people doing a wonderful thing. And I believe they're going to change the world. But I don't want to sit there in a dream waiting for Cardano to reach $10 while I could be sitting here into one of these products and making a lot of money every day.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that question, man. So now we've answered all the questions. I would say it's time to start to conclude things a little bit. For me, end times are like times of beginnings, especially in DeFi, especially after you find out about a product and its sort of insights, you find out about the team, you find out about its functionality. And I hope today we were able to cover all those things, all the questions from the crowd. We were able to touch the technical attributes of the project. We were able to move some BSC money onto Cronos and be able to bridge this over through Elk Finance. And hopefully we'll have tutorials in the near few days and basically be able to give it to folks to educate their crowd, because I mean, Atlas, the reason why you're in Crypto Cobras as your first AMA is because of education, right? You want your community educated. Agreed?
It was actually technically my second AMA.
Oh, no.
The last time I was here, you gave us $50,000 for my last project.
Oh yeah, you're right, man. You're right, dude.
Sorry to correct you. It's our second rodeo here.
It's the second rodeo, man. You've always had a good time. Like even the folks that did the first project, they stayed here. They stayed in the discussions and they actually learned things that they didn't have before. So I hope you're always welcome. Your projects are always creative and insightful, and they've profited people. I've seen people make a lot of gains from the projects that you brought. But this one's special. This one, would you say this one's close to your heart?
Oh, absolutely. It speaks to what I started with. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of getting rugged and getting taken advantage of in a system that's rigged for the guys that have the connections that get in the whitelist, that are playing against you to take your money over and over again. And when you really tap into that pain, you want to, at least for me, man, you want to find a place, you want to find a home that you can feel safe, that you can feel that you have a great team that's out there working, that's a system that's proven. We're not, reinventing the wheel here, guys. We're just making it better. We're making it last longer and go a lot further. And the fact that, our investors can go to sleep understanding that there isn't a way to drain that liquidity. I don't care how big of a whale you are or what you came to do here. If you're going to play with us, you're going to become a much bigger whale. And if you want to play against us, you're going to be punished, and you're going to realize you're wasting your time. That is really what motivates me. Personally, a lot of the team here also buys into that because we're tired. We're investors as well. And providing a system that you can literally go to bed and wake up and hit the compound button today, tomorrow, go live your life, grow your bag with different referral systems and availabilities. You are the only limit to how much you can really earn in this system. You want to put a lot of work into it, you can. You want to sit back and do nothing? Great. But stop stressing over looking at a chart and trying to find the next, play that you're going to get your 10x on, well, most of the time you end up, getting beat up. So that's my motivation, man. I want to see people have a life again. I want to see them grow, and I want to see them, feel confident in the investment that they made for the long term. Because look, that's what crypto is to me. I'm not earning any money with money sitting in the bank. The percentage rates there are laughable, if anything. And your crypto should work for you. That's what the definition of real true DeFi is. And I think we're bringing it to the masses now.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Listen, Atlas, you've explained things as detailed as can be. It's been an hour. And I'd like to give your community something as well to play with. We're doing a little competition. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Just give me 1 second. Let me go to our Twitter page.
Let's get this crypto.
Yeah, this is how we do. We do giveaways. We appreciate folks that do their work. So if you do follow us on Crypto Cobras, you will see that we're running a small competition. So I'm gonna kind of tell you what the competition is. So just give me 1 second. This is the tweet. If you go to our Crypto Cobras official Twitter account, follow it up, you'll see this tweet here. So the tweet says, check out the amazing Eternity project, passive income in Crow. For a chance to win, retweet this. Right, so what's the retweet? OTC membership is the first prize, for people that win this competition. So OTC membership in Crypto Cobras means that you get basically exclusivity to pre-sale rounds, to seed rounds to projects. And if Atlas tells you we do seed rounds into projects, so you'll win OTC membership worth $1,000, and you'll get further whitelists in other projects. So do retweet us, do like us, and I can see the likes and retweets happen already as we speak. So that's the first prize, and yeah. So basically, the second prize is 250 USDC on Cronos mainnet. And the third prize is 100 USDC on Cronos mainnet. So those are the three prizes that we are going to offer. As you retweet this link, you'll also find that people that want to start this project or who want to like begin their compounding, just below the tweet is our Eternity Earn invite link. Right? If you click that link, you'll be able to create your account and start building your team and start compounding. So yeah, that's a heavy tweet there, and I hope that sort of gives it away there. But yeah, the Eternity Earn link is there, and I hope I was able to give the community something there, Atlas, because I think they're a DeFi bunch like this is awesome. Pardon?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's give them a couple minutes to go ahead and retweet. And what's the way you want to pick a person? Are you going to do a wheel to spin from the people that have contributed with following the contest?
We are after this. We won't do it live on the show now, but we will have them DM'd and we will announce them on our announcement channel. So we have an announcement channel here, and not just do they get announced, the whole crowd gets to see them. And yeah, we have an announcement channel here, and we will be announcing the winners here in the next few hours, and hopefully we follow this up for a second AMA as well, Atlas. I believe there's a second part to your thing. So can you talk a little bit about that, or is that still in the works?
Well, that's within a week we'll be launching the phase 2, which we touched on in some very important points through the questions that you talked about. We're going to be educating our community in our server, in our Telegram, before launch, and as the days unfold, we'll move from really educating so much about the miner. We think most of the people that are there have learned it, and as their referrals and their new people hear about us and come on over, they're going to, in a sense, hold the floor to educate those that are coming. We want to educate them starting in a couple of days as to the second phase and how our upgraded drip 2.0 will we'll roll out and how to maximize it. SK is going to come and do like a crash course for our community, and we'll see if we'll come back here to maybe pre-launch or post-launch. We'll figure it out, but we want to come and educate your community as well. And we know that you guys are going to actually be a part of the syndicate, the Crypto Cobras. So that'll be the second phase, and we got to dedicate even more time and more education as it is more complex. So that's going to be quite exciting, and I just want to thank everyone that came here tonight. I'll tell you a little bit about Z. He's been someone that I've grown to call a friend at this point. I came here for an AMA, and I was so blown away. If you look around this server on the left-hand menu, which is what I did when I first came in here, and I saw how organized and how detailed they've got pretty much every chain, every DeFi protocol down to like a what would we even call this? It's like a Wikipedia of DeFi. It's a library of education that when I saw this, I said, who are these people? How long have they been here, and how are they doing this? I want to come and I want to learn. These guys are not doing the little GD shitcoin stuff. Okay, these guys are doing big level. I've become to know and even play poker with some of these guys that are huge whales in real projects, very strong projects. They've made me a better investor because they brought me into a lot of higher level, could we say, investment opportunities in DeFi. So I've been coming here, I think maybe for 8-9 months, almost on a nightly basis to learn with them. There's a couple of guys in here that are learning Solidity. That are going to be amazing Solidity developers. They've got a whole free course that those guys have taken advantage of, working hard every day, learning every day. So this is a place that I call home. This is a place that I absolutely respect because of the folks that created it and upkeep it. And the community here are just quite fantastic. So it's an honor to come back. I encourage any one of you to look around. And if you want to partake more in this community, and if you want to level up on your DeFi and your understanding of projects, this is the place to learn.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Atlas. Very kind words from you. And yeah, I mean, down to it, man. Like, we've seen people go through the whole DeFi hemisphere of like pumps and dumps and memes and shitcoins. You can call them what they want. And when they come to Cobras, they realize what mainnets are, what proof of stake really is, and who are the mechanisms behind the many sort of you can say layers of DeFi. And we learn how to do technicals, we learn fundamentals, and I think that's you're basically 90% there as a better investor just by knowing that knowledge base. So I hope your crowd are invited here and they get to compound with us. And if you guys use our referral link, which is just below the tweet here, you will be part of the Cobra Syndicate list, and you will be able to participate. We're gonna have some 6-to-1 gang sort of meetings, right? We're gonna have the gang meetings. So I can't wait to talk about the 6-day compounds with you guys and have a weekly sort of update on that and really build some real passive income, because that's what old DeFi is about. Before the meme coins and all these things came to us, we had a DeFi way of doing things, and mining protocols were one of them. And yield farming and these things and staking were a way to keep people on the long run to become the first diamond handlers. And I think a project like this can really do well on Cronos chain. That's why we're having you here, Atlas, because the track record. But thank you so much, Steve and Atlas. You guys have been awesome.
Thank you, Steve. Do you want to say anything in closing? Maybe give a little bit to their community and our community and everyone else that came, a little bit of information onto the marketing. I know you've been working on some great things in the past 24 hours.
Yeah, definitely. And, it's been really great, you guys having us here. Really enjoyed it. Always love your channel, Z. Haven't been around too long over here, but everything I've seen has blown me away, just like Atlas said. As far as, our project, with the marketing, we do like to emphasize we've grown organically. I believe we're over 1,000, coming up to 1,100 members over there. And we haven't spent one single red penny on marketing.
Wow.
We do have a significant marketing budget that we're going to be using and utilizing here in the very near future. But we want to use that more so to promote the phase two, and also push, the miner here as well. But we want it to be heavier towards the phase two because that's the foundation, the base of the whole ecosystem. And, we want to make sure education is first and foremost. We want to make sure the community has the tools to educate others and to be educated themselves. Make sure we're not misleading anyone. They understand the system, they understand how it works. So yeah, just really looking forward to the future here. Really glad you guys had us, and feel free anytime, come on over. We're in voice chat pretty often, so we're always happy to answer any of your questions over there as well. So thank you very much, Z.
Thank you guys. Thank you. That was an honor to have you guys here and to educate the crowd in a long basis. I think a lot of these TG sort of AMAs that I've been across are only 10 to 15 minutes long, and they're just the same thing: when pump, when launch, when CoinGecko, when this and that. I hope people here found some like, some productive sort of critique and questions, and we got to really understand the project, and we got to understand the personalities that are Atlas and Steve and their team. And yeah, so now I'm gonna sort of complete the video here and call it a day. But thank you so much, guys. As we said, let's get this crypto. Thank you.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto.
Worries.
All right, thank you for the opportunity.
Shit.
Again, we'll try to come back here either pre-launch or post-launch.
Let's go. So yeah, guys, we are gonna have a part 2, as Atlas says there. We will have a pre-launch, a post-launch, and they are working on phase 2. So do keep a bit of crow in USDC for that. But yeah, if you guys want the link, if you want to join the Eternity gang, if you want to be part of the Cobra gang, the 6-1 gang, if you just go to our announcements, the tweet is just there. Just click that link there, and you'll be able to basically create your account and start your journey on Eternity Earn. But yeah, I'd like to conclude it there and have some final words and say, guys, keep your investments clean. Do not go for pumps and dumps. That's not what DeFi is about. Go for projects that have longevity, have maps, have people like Atlas behind them, and keep learning. So if this was your first phase in Crypto Cobras, welcome. Find your niches. If your niche is Eternity, build your team around it. If your niche is development, DM us. We can give you the astronaut role, and you guys can learn some Solidity here. If your stuff is technicals, we do technicals and fundamentals 5 days a week, every day from 7 p.m. UTC to 10 p.m. UTC. We have a bunch of different sessions from technicals, fundamentals, and crypto education. If you scroll all the way down to our server, you will find a whole knowledge base of channels where we cover crypto Cobra guidance, right? We tell you about we define things like blockchain and DeFi and NFTs and how to buy crypto. We have a bit of the guidance to the Solidity course there. We have a Cobra trading guide for people that basically trade and are just learning how to chart. So you learn about forex trading, about risk management, and there's vast sums of you can say knowledge bases here. So I hope you guys find that fruitful. And yeah, guys, I'm just gonna say Atlas and Steve, Eternity Earn to the moon, man. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And the last thing I'd like to point out is education. Last show for today. Just below events, announcements, there is a channel called Education. If you click Education, you'll find that we've written a Cobra guide, on a Crypto Cobra's guide, on fundamentals. We've done a Solidity guide, and this is the best place to basically learn and earn and view and my sort of insights to DeFi is to have fun with it. It's game theory. Do not see it as a investment scheme, because then that'll stress you out. The charts will stress you out. Learn to have fun with it. Learn about the technology, and then delve into that knowledge base. That's what decentralized finance is all about. So that's me finishing it off. I'm out, guys. Thank you so much for another great stream.